I'm excited. I haven't made a car YouTube video in a little while, so I've missed it. But I saw a video by this Instagram creator that I have referred to her in a past video, Paige Lewin or Lewin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I had seen a video a while ago, a video of hers, and she was talking about treating your passions like your 9 to 5 or something along the lines of that. I can't remember if that's exactly what she said or not. And I've also seen other people post videos or just heard similar things since then too. And the way that she talked about it and the way that I have seen it discussed just really made me think more intentionally about how I'm approaching all the things that I am passionate about and that I am pursuing and studying and working on, and that I want to pursue full time. And it just, I don't know, it gave me a lot of like passion for my passions, and just like showing up more intentionally and throughout the day, because she was talking about, and also in the book, the War of Art, which I also mentioned before, they talk about how we put so much time and energy into our day jobs and our 9 to 5s, and then don't give any of that energy to the things that we're really passionate about, or not as much energy. It's like unbalanced, and it's difficult because you might not be making money off of those things that you're passionate about, or your side hustles. And we live in a society where you have to make money and you have to show up for work and you have to have all these things in order to survive. And I feel like I'm in a very blessed, like privileged situation where I have a job that we have like a community at my job where everyone is very like understanding and flexible and very supportive of who each person is as a person and with what they're doing outside of just what we're doing in our organization. But yeah, overall, we live in a society that is just centers work and hustling and making money because you have to an extent. So I feel like it can be hard to like think about this, but I feel like the more intentional I've been about just setting aside time for the things I'm passionate about that are really important to me and that bring me life, like creativity, I feel more aligned and I feel more joyful in life, and I feel more capable of achieving the things that I want to do. And it feels like even if I show up to the canvas to paint for 20 minutes, or I just write for 30 minutes, or whatever it is that I'm doing, it's like I'm showing up little by little every day, and it feels like I'm doing something that's fueling me little by little, instead of not doing that thing at all. And in the War of Art, it was funny because that book really motivated me, because I got halfway through it and then I put it down and started doing stuff. I haven't even finished it, but what really stuck out to me, and I feel like I've talked about this before, was he was just talking about how professional people will like show up in the morning and show up throughout the day. And it's made me more intentional about, I was already doing morning pages, so getting up and writing first thing in the morning, and I don't do it I actually do it for the most part every day, but there are some days whenever I don't do it. But I was already getting up and doing that anyway, but I've been more intentional about getting up in the morning before I do go to work and spending time in the morning creating for myself. And it makes me feel so much more energized. It makes me feel so much more energized as an artist, as a creative, and even within the work I do at my 9 to 5, I feel more energized to be able to show up there better too. Because like a distinction that she made in the video was like, you know, just like not do what you need to do for work, but just also making those things you're passionate about equally as important and showing up for them too, instead of just letting them be on the back burner. But yeah, like, and it's funny because actually it snowed here a lot and that was like prime time because I couldn't physically go to work. I had to work from home, and some of the days I just couldn't go at all, so it was like kind of prime time for me to like get in that habit. But just starting off my day making something for me, and then doing so in the evenings too, and even whenever I have breaks throughout my day at work, like giving myself some time back to myself to create and explore and do things that are fun and that I like and I enjoy for me.
Treating your 9 to 5 like your side hustle just needs a little mindset shift, and then you can get through the days as you work on what it is you really want to do. Next month will be a year since I quit my corporate job. I was in sales and it was draining the life and soul out of me, so I understand how a lot of people feel today going back to work after Christmas. And that little mindset tweak helped me pull through some of the harder latter days of that corporate job. Every time I was in an office looking around at people that I didn't know or didn't like, or was in a 2-hour meeting that should have been an email, I kept thinking, it's okay, this is a means to an end. We are doing this because we need to be able to pay our bills and rent as we hustle, but this is not the end goal, and this is not all your life will be. And in order for us to achieve that big old dream that we have in our minds, that is achievable, by the way, please don't lose hope, we need to be able to survive in the meantime. Start reframing the 9 to 5 and all the things that come with it that you do not enjoy as a very necessary and strategic move towards the big dream. Don't get the message twisted. That doesn't mean we start slacking off or working less hard at the 9 to 5 because it becomes the side hustle in our minds. If we get fired, everything goes in the trash. Please lock in. But for me, swapping the priority in my mind to remind myself that the dream and the passion that I'm working on after hours, on the weekends and the evenings, that's the goal, that's the main focus. And the day job is just a very smart decision I'm making to be able to get me to that dream faster. Honestly, help to lighten my days, help me skip around the office I don't want to be in, and help me not cuss everybody in the meeting that I shouldn't have been invited to in the first place. Because I knew in my heart this was temporary. Okay, I'm not going to be here forever, so say what you want to say, Susan. Your days are numbered, hun. I won't be here for long.
Okay, I lied. She said start treating your 9 to 5 like your side hustle. So vice versa of what I said. But I think the point still stands of just giving the things you're passionate about and the things that you want to do more of your energy and more of your time. And I think my situation is quite different from hers because it sounded like she had a very negative work environment, and my work environment is really positive. And although I don't love everything that I'm doing, I love the people that I work with in our environment, and the work that we're doing is meaningful and helpful. So my mindset is like similar in that giving those things I really want to do and that I really enjoy more of my energy, but I don't feel like I'm what's the word I'm looking for? I don't feel like work is like draining for real to that same extent of what she's referring to. Yeah. But that was just something that was really sticking with me, like treating the things that I'm passionate about and that I'm doing with my life and that I really want to be doing, like they're just as important as my 9 to 5, and putting that energy into them. And I feel like I've made a lot more progress with everything that I'm creating too, because I'm showing up the same way I show up for work every day. I'm showing up for my passions and my passion projects and all of my creative endeavors. And it's a transition, and like sometimes I find myself not showing up the way I would like to, or not having the capacity, or just having to work on it. And it's like you're gonna have different energy and different capacity every single day. And so it's like I feel like it's about finding a harmony of not burning yourself out and getting wrapped up in hustling and all the things, but also making sure we're making that space for creativity and for art and for doing the things that bring us life and bring us joy, and not just working. And then I think, like, for some people that they're what they're doing for work might be the thing that they are passionate about, so it's like you don't have to, I guess you don't have to worry about it in the same way. So it's just like a personal experience for me, and something I'm sure a lot of other people experience, and like she was talking about experiencing in the video. But yeah, that was something that was on my mind, and I think it's been a game changer lately. Just showing up every day, showing up little by little, and showing up throughout the day. And not being so hard on myself about what that showing up looks like or how long that is, but just show up. And getting out of my head about trying to make it good or perfect, but just show up and do the thing, and something is going to come out of it. Even if it doesn't turn out how you want it to, I'm gonna learn something in the process, and I'm gonna be like moving the needle forward, like one step forward, even if it, you know, it's gonna take a long time, but I'm doing something as opposed to doing nothing. But yeah, okay.